back with another K-pop reaction, another girl group reaction. And this was a very good suggestion for a group here. This specific song was requested. This is Dreamcatcher with Odd Eye.
모두가 바람 찬란한 이곳 셀 수 없이 슬픔을 흘린 후 조금씩 보이는 new world 경계선을 넘어선 그 공간 더 아름다운 풍경을 in my eyes 긴 방황 끝에 찾은 그 빛이란 또 마주쳐버린 희망 속의 lie 더욱더 교묘해져 my mistake oh 빛으로 가려지는 so sorrow 미소의 속아 방심하는 그 순간 숨은 비밀을 봐 oh die 더 깊이 빠져들어 봐봐 다가올 듯한 거짓말 달콤함에 가려져 경계를 넘은 눈과 끝까지 맞서려는 절망 끝이 있지 않을까 First 여긴 찾던 곳이 아닌걸 No more utopia
Yeah, live it up. 무의미해, 벨버둥치네 같은 곳에 머문 듯해. 다시 끝없는 갈증을 낳는 채 신기를 쫓아도 거기엔 없는데.
황홀한 찰나, 완벽한 환상, 현실을 가린 채. 흐려진 눈에 보이는 결말, 마주쳐버린 희망 속의 lie. 더욱더 교묘해져 my mistake. 빛으로 가려지는 so sorrow. 미소의 속아 방심하는 그 순간. 숨은 비밀을 봐 oh die. 더 깊이 빠져들어 봐봐. 다가올 듯한 거짓말 달콤함에 가려져 경계를 넘는 눈과 끝까지 맞서려는 절망 끝이 있지 않을까 Back and forth 여긴 찾던 곳이 아닌걸 No more utopia 조급히 변하길 바랬던 나 이상적인 것 조금씩 사라져가는 걸멈 나를 따라만 오는 줄 알았던 그림자를 따라가는 듯이 바꾸지 못하는 운명 속에 희망은 더 사라져가 끝내 눈을 가려 oh die 더 깊이 빠져들어 so dark 다가올 듯한 거짓말 달콤함에 가려져 경계 속 허무한 나와 끝까지 맞서려는 절망 끝이 없을 것 같아 First 여긴 찾던 곳이 아닌걸 No more utopia
In the end, the Dreamcatchers couldn't find the utopia what they dreamed of. Oh man, see, this is so these groups that I've noticed, they are very conceptual. Like some are more overt, like aespa with the meta universe concept. But there's such a continuity from most of these productions that, you know, it's almost like they do have their own universes. People have said, like, for example, aespa's doing a Marvel Cinematic Universe type of thing. If you ask me, they all are kind of doing that a little bit, like, to some extent. There's enough, like, content there to suggest it anyhow. So the last song, or the first one that I did from Dreamcatcher, the Scream song, that kind of was more of a battle march then, wasn't it? So more of a hip hop sort of rhythm here, but more of a rock feel breakdown, like a very very, like I said, contrasting ideas in how these sections are written. Pretty straightforward. It's in 4 time wise. A good build up of the beats. There, once it starts to bring it around, you get a hip hop rhythm, and then you start to get like pretty much in 4, and you, when the eighth notes come in, you go to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you go double time, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, right? And then you get the guitar sound coming in on the chorus part. Sort of, you hit this, where in other groups you get more of a hip hop R&B styled breakdown or dance. In this one, it's definitely more of a rock oriented section there. I love this group though. So far, beautiful. I knew this chair was going to be like a mask or a face or something. I mean, you can see the curvature here. When I saw this shot, I said, okay, well, this is the chair, but this looks like there's a face on the back of it. I like the visuals from this group. They're almost like, it seems like they're going for kind of a spooky kind of a feel, and like I said, it's cool. I dig it. It's part of that contrast. This is a great space to move into, a great direction thematically and such to go with this kind of music, this genre of music. So this right now, these shots here, the dripping sound, the sort of ambient swirling, it's giving the impression of space, right? And a lot of these shots are too. Like this is, I don't think anything is gonna drip into this glass. Maybe it does, but there's this suggestion of space that's going on here. We get close-up shots, and then you get a shot of her sitting in the chair. It's a little bit wider, and the space. See, and then the static sound starts to come in. This is very much trying to establish the video here. Just production stuff. It's not much musicality, but just production stuff is cool. So a lot of suggestion of space in the beginning, right? With the production, the shots, the engineering of the sound. And then the percussion is very minimal here. There was a great bass sound that opened that, boom, right at the beginning. And then we get a lot of space. I think I hear that dropping sound in time. I might be wrong about that, but it sounded like that. There was, if not, a very wet sort of track there, like the effect on it, the reverb. It's what we call very wet, right? The vocal entry there, though, very, very soft, almost like hitting that I think she's climbing up into the falsetto area on that little lick there. It sounds really good over all the space that's been established right so far, right in the beginning. Hip hop beat comes in, and we get the chords. They're just whole notes, right? When these chord parts come in, those are a whole four beat count when those are going, and you hear the syncopated hip hop rhythm underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Great percussion buildup. Just this one example, I've noticed this is one approach in the composition of these songs. You know, in some cases, instead of having the progression of the chords, the harmonization build things up, they just let those chords play out like whole notes on those bars there. But the percussion part came in and changed up its time by increasing the speed that you're getting these beats at once and then again over, and that's what created all of the build up here for this very rock themed sort of breakdown on the chorus part. So I like the rap style too of this particular performer here. You have to have these differences in the phrasing so much often when you have one of these rap parts, right? Because you only get so many like bars. You only in one of these songs, and this is not. I mean, guitar players, lead guitarists for bands, forever have to sit there and figure out what am I gonna do for a solo over like a handful of bars or whatever. Like how am I gonna do this? So you have the same thing in a lot of these rap parts, right? But she starts off with a more almost staccato type of rap going on here. Like you get a few words and then a few more, and she's not really coming in like she's not really tight to the beginning of the beat, right, when it comes in, and then it's gonna build up from there, like the percussion sort of rhythmic device that we had going on to build up before the chorus. But I do like her sound so far with these rap parts. There's every group. The rap parts are like the almost always the fun parts. Like they're the more fun parts, and they're all good and they're all unique, right? To the either the producer or whoever's writing it, and then also the performer once they perform it, right? Once they actually pull it off. See, so she went from a more staccato type of rhythm, and by the end there, everything was connected. And we had a triplet feel again, but it was all connected, one to the other, right? Instead of being broken up and spread out. So these, when I look at the scenes, right, let's try to get an idea for the production here. From the beginning, this seemed to have an emphasis on space. In the previous video, the Scream one, there was more of like a theme of like nature, kind of. You know, the like I said, with the trees, the rocks, the wind, those sort of visual elements that were in there. Here you have like okay, a shot like this, right? It's very close up, and not only that, but she's up against this window here. You can see a reflection. This suggests it emphasizes space. It's a much closer, more intimate sort of shot. And then you get these other shots, like before here, she was sort of standing in what looked like actual space, right? Like there were planets going by in the background. And so we have this contrasting pull and push between big open spaces and then tighter shots like this. Even shots where they're just sort of, it's suggesting to you that they're in a room or in a confined space. But then you have the other shots where the background is very wide open. So to me, the emphasis, as far as the visual production here, seems to be on space. To reinforce the sound design, you know, the engineering behind the track mix as well. Or to play off of it, perhaps. Yeah, they're beautiful too, man. My goodness, they are very good looking. Great suggestion, and you know, for this group here, this is it's like I said, it's a contrast, right? But I dig what they do. I think it's again, very clever from its conception, from the idea of what it's going to be. This tree shot right here, this is a motif with continuity from the previous video. This, I don't know how they're connected, but I mean, I know they are. This whole I'm trying to catch what I can of the lyrics, you know, do the subtitles, but I don't want to miss what's going on in the video at the same time. So I'm trying to do the best I can. I'll go back and I'll listen and I'll watch more, and I will come to understand it, right? But it seems, like I said, spooky, right? It's very mysterious, kind of suggesting, you know, like almost that they have access to something that's supernatural or otherworldly. Which it's great. They play to these aesthetics and these themes so well in all of these productions. Like I said, the vocals great. The sung parts, they sound awesome. They sound beautiful. These groups always have their own, like, it's the harmonization. It's the selection of the voices. Like, yes, you and you will sing, and you will rap, and you, like, when all of these particular timbres of these vocal performers come together in these groups, it's always you always get something very special, like very unique to the group. I continue to enjoy everything that the K-pop girl groups have to offer. I'm definitely gonna be reacting to more Dreamcatchers. Dreamcatcher, the Dreamcatchers I will be reacting to. Yeah, it was awesome. Odd Eye. Different group going in a different direction. Makes sense. I get it and I love it. Dreamcatcher, Odd Eye.